Hey, Bolo buddies, thanks for watching. So I just started this new screen share thing and I just did a video on it. So if you want to learn how to do it, go to my YouTube channel, Bolo Buddies, and it is called, I think, split screen. Anyway, you should see it. It should be near the top. But I'm going to show you how this works and I'm going to incorporate it into this video. So here we go. I'm going to move me down. So this is one of the items that I talked about in my Facebook group. If you're not a member of my Facebook group, down below, I'm going to put the link. Please join. So this is it's like a picture, 48 bids, and it sold for $130. And this is the brand. So I went over here and I searched the same brand. And you can see that these go for really good money. So if you see this brand, definitely search it. Search comps. I'm not saying that every single one is going to go for huge money, but it seems to be that these do pretty well. I mean, we could always, let's check lowest first and just see what happens here. So yeah, some of these are definitely going for less. So do a eBay search if you find one of these mugs. This cat one seems to have pretty good solds. So it probably maybe depends on what is on the picture. Okay, so the next item I'll talk about are vintage panties. Again, I have sold these new with tags. I have never sold used panties. I can't do it. I won't do it. Not my thing. I don't know if these are used or new. Let me see if it says. Most are unworn. At least a couple still have the paper tags attached. Came from an estate sale. So looks like the seller was upfront and honest about everything, so they did their part. But these 12 pair of panties sold for $261. Let me go over here. Vintage panties. If I could spell. Okay, so I'm going to search it. Oh my. So this looks like it might be the same seller. Wow. These sold for $461.70. And again, there's 12 pair. That's amazing. And I don't know if you know about the Victoria's Secret satin skin collection, but super high solds for that if you can find those. So I'm just kind of searching through. This one is mixed in. You're like, why is this here? Because it says $19.95. The shipping was $350. I'm not sure if that was a typo or what, but they still sold the panties. So yeah, vintage panties. And these are brand new Joe boxers. Sometimes people just find a brand that they really like and they're willing to pay for it. I mean, underwear typically lasts a long time, so I guess they're willing to pay that kind of money for it. Pretty crazy. All right, so I wanted to share that one with you. Pretty cool, $461 for 12 pair of underwear. Oh my gosh, maybe I will reconsider if they look new and they don't have tags. Oh, that's a lot of money. All right, next one. Okay, so we know that some quilts sell for a lot. These are quilt blocks, which I thought was really cool. And I don't even know, I doubt if I search solds that we would find any others because it's such a unique listing. But this is super cool. So basically somebody will buy this and probably recreate a quilt out of it. But it sold with 36 bids for $155.26. So let's go over here and I'll just show you. And I am in solds right now, highest first, just in case you're wondering. Here's one that sold for $1,237 with 58 bids. I'm going to search auctions because I like to see how many bids something has. It shows demand. Here's another cool one. So the more, I guess, different or unique patterns, they seem to go for more money, but it's super, super cool. So definitely be on the watch out for quilts. Not something that I would ever think would be a bolo, but I am definitely learning from my Facebook group. I search for bolos all the time. If you're not in my Facebook group, please join. I will have the link down below. Okay, so this one is the Victoria's Secret Second Skin Satin. This thong, or maybe V-string thong, sold for $100, 28 bids. Unreal. Okay, so let's put in vintage second skin satin. And you can see $199, $183. These just go for a lot of money. People love them. And again, I'm in auctions. If you look at all listings, you can see some others. Now, I like this one because they're new with tags. That's cool. $260. So, I mean, I guess people don't care. You can wash them, right? I don't know. I would care, but that's just me. All right. So this is listing ended. Let me see if I can find view original listing. Okay, this is the one I'm looking for. Okay, view original listing. All right, so this is a WWF vintage shirt. It sold for $500, 39 bids. So I'm going to go in and put WWF t-shirt. And I'm in solds, so here's one. Best offer was accepted. Here's one, $239. So we know about the Harley 3Ds. Those are huge sellers, but I did not know about the WWF being huge sellers. So definitely, if you see these, search solds, guys. If it's cheap, I say take a chance because some of these are going for big money. So this is an active listing, and these are Mad Balls, and these are actually still in the package. They have these crazy faces on them. This is currently at $493 with 26 bids, 10 watchers, and still has 4 days to go. Absolutely crazy to me, but let's type it in. Somebody did say in my Facebook group that they do make reproductions, I think it's what it's called, of these. So be careful and make sure that you have the original vintage ones. All right, so here's one. It says it sold for $1,000. Here's one, and these are a little different. These have bodies, but $895. Okay, so here's something that's more similar. Let's see, their foam sold for $360. So guys, if you see these, definitely make sure they're the real deal and get them listed on eBay because they are big money. All right, so the vintage girls dresses. So this is a lot, which it's, let's see, doesn't say how many. But it's 36 bids, $94 is currently what it's at. Trying to get a little more information, not much here. So excellent vintage to fair condition. So we've talked about this one in my Facebook group, but I'll just go ahead and type it in case you missed my other videos or you're not in my group. So vintage baby dress. And I am in solds. So here's one that went for $330. Best offer was accepted. Also, if you guys want to learn what this item sold for, I have a video that I posted on my YouTube channel, and it will tell you how to find out what a best offer item sold for. Super cool, super easy, free tool. Be sure to check out my videos and that'll show you. But here's some other dresses that have sold for big money. So if you see vintage baby or toddler dresses, definitely consider getting it. So this is an old microphone. It looks to be in very good condition. It is currently at 25 bids. It's at $2,600. They do offer free shipping, but let's see. I'm going to put in here exactly what it says. Vintage RCA 44BX. So yeah, I mean, this one looks to be in really good condition. These look a little more rough. Again, if you want to see what best offer was accepted on this, you can go to this tool. It's super cool. It's free, and you put in the information and it will pull up and tell you what the item sold for. I just found out about it and I did a video for you guys. So again, go into my YouTube channel and check that one out. So there's not many comps, but all of them are, the two that it's showing are above 2,000. And this one, not sure, maybe we don't know what it went for. Okay, so, all right, so this is a Redskins 3-inch patch NFL. It's one patch. It's at 35 bids, currently at 191. So I can put in vintage NFL patch and just see if anything else pops up. All right, not really seeing anything. Oh, here's some. So that's a lot of 28. So not a whole lot of single patches. But a lot of times people will say, oh, you know, that's not legitimate. That's money laundering. And, you know, I'm sure in some cases it might be, but I'm pretty sure eBay's probably on top of that. Let's go in here and look at the bid history. I mean, these are people that have a lot of feedback that are bidding on this item. Typically, if it's something weird, it's going to be somebody with low feedback. So, and if you look at show automatic bids, you can see the ones that are automatic in there also. All right. So police badges, old police badges is another thing. This has 3 days left, 31 bids. It's currently at $127 with 23 watchers. So let's put in vintage police badge. And you can see some pretty high sold prices. This one went for $910 with 15 bids. And my point of showing you over here what is selling is because you guys see this and you think it's a fluke or it's just a silly thing that it might not be a BOLO all the time, and it might not be, but a lot of times there's a lot of other solds that prove that these items are popular and people want them. So definitely be on the lookout for those. I'm sure they're probably hard to come across, but there seem to be a lot of solds on here. Okay, so this is a Supreme Silence of the Lambs moth t-shirt. It's at $81, 41 bids, 19 watchers. So I'm gonna type that in, and I'm gonna put Silence of the Lambs in and just see. Okay, so this one sold for 96. This looks to be the same listing. So I am guessing that maybe it is the same listing and the person that bought this didn't pay and it is now relisted. Okay, so this is a turkey call, a vintage turkey call, 24 bids, 49 watchers, and still has 3 days to go. So this is definitely one to watch. Pretty cool. I'm trying to figure out if they just have it sitting on antlers or what is going on there. Anyhow, let's look up vintage turkey call. All right. Wow, that one went for a lot. Yeah, these are going very, very high. Now, again, I'm searching highest first and lowest first. And I'm sure that, you know, we're going to get some lower prices. It really just varies. So definitely, guys, don't think you see one turkey call that it's going to go for as much as this one or this one. Definitely do your research, okay? All right. Okay, this one I don't get. I'm completely lost. It's a seashell. I mean, all right, so I'm gonna show you here. I'm gonna type this in because I looked at this and I'm like, okay, this is just strange. I'm gonna put in what it says, vintage, Aunonia. Okay, so this one sold for 48. These sold for 170. I don't know, guys. I don't understand this. I don't know if it's some rare shell, but I mean, they just go for a lot of money. Let's see what it says. Condition is new. This was purchased at auction and was part of a museum collection. It's very old, but I do not have the exact date, and I'm not speculating. So anyway, I don't know. But I guess if you see one of these at a sale, get it. I don't know. So I just wanted to share it because I saw it and I thought it was very, very weird. Cool, but weird. So this is vintage flocked fabric. Guys, this, if you can find this and it's vintage and it's in good condition, and the more the better, of course. But the flocked fabric, $260 here. It's 3 yards, 33 bids, 23 watchers, and still has 2 days, 23 hours to go. So let me put this in. Vintage flock fabric. And like this one, $500, 365. And I believed that flocked means it's kind of got this raised material. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it means. But it'll say flocked in the title if you want to go in and look at other listings. Again, here's one. I'm like, oh, what did it sell for? I really want to know. Well, I'm guessing it sold anywhere between $235 and $316. But if you want to know, go to my YouTube channel, watch the video. I can tell you how to do it. Super easy and super cool. So anyway, be on the lookout for flocked fabric. All right. Here's another dress. I'm not going to search it over here because you guys can see here. Actually, I am, because I'm going to show you this brand is a little bit more fancy. It's Martha's Miniatures. So let me go in and show you. This brand seems to do really well. So this one went for $250, $228. They seem to be a little more ruffly, fancy. I wonder if I'd love to see a tag, what the tag looks like, but I don't see one. Oh, there we go. So here's the tag, guys. This is what you're looking for. If you see that tag, grab it, because comparables and solds are awesome for this brand. Okay, here's more flocked fabric. I just kind of wanted to show you guys. See how it's kind of looks like it's dimensional or raised? That's what you're looking for, vintage fabric. This is at $403, 26 bids, 30 watchers, and it's from the 1960s. 2 days left, guys. Super cool. Okay, so these are the Polly Pocket figures. These are vintage. There's 33 of them here. Definitely be on the lookout for these. We know the Polly Pockets do well, the actual little houses, I guess you call them. But these are just the figures. And 7401, 33 bids, 57 watchers, 2 days to go. That one will probably go up a bit more, I'm guessing. Can't say for sure. We'll definitely have to watch it. So again, this is one that I've talked about a lot in my Facebook group. Look at this one. This sold for $1,799. That is crazy. Let me go in and just, if you go into the listing and it says this item has been relisted, that's a good sign that the buyer did not pay, and it will say it right here. and you can click where it says relisted, and it'll take you to the item that, the new item, the new listing. So here's just some Polly Pocket stuff, guys. You can see the vintage sells for a lot of money. So anything Polly Pocket, be on the lookout. However, I do have a Polly Pocket item and it has not sold. So it's not a foolproof thing. Again, do your homework. Okay, so we've heard about the trucker hats, the snapbacks. John Deere is a huge one. This is just, it says standard chemical. And the reason I'm showing you this is because it's just kind of a normal looking hat, you know? It doesn't have John Deere or anything that I've heard of. Maybe standard chemical is something I just don't know about. But this hat is 43 bids, 36 watchers, and 1 day, 6 hours to go. I'm going to see what the description says. Looks unworn, estate find. Why can't I find that at an estate sale? I want to find a hat for $391. They probably bought this for like $1 or $2. Okay, so let's see. Vintage snapback hat. Just show you guys. This is somebody who was selling them in a lot, which I'm guessing maybe a reseller bought, but it looks like it sold and maybe they didn't pay because it was relisted. So let me see here. Let me see if this will show me. It'll only work if they relisted the item. If they click sell similar, it won't work. So November 2nd. So if we go in, okay, so see, seller relisted this item. So then you click on relisted this item and it should take you to the listing of the new item. We already know that it was this one because it sold again on November 8th for $1,100. So here's one that sold for $500. This cat, those do well also. But John Deere is a big one. Here's a John Deere. So yeah, guys, be on the lookout for snapback hats. Search them if you find them and see if there's one on eBay. If you can get it for $1 or $2, take your chances. That's my opinion. That's what I would do. Okay, so I don't know about this one. This is confusing to me. Tory Burch, these are vintage. I'm going to look at the bid history. I mean, 45, 671, 20. I mean, there's multiple bidders. This is the only one that would be weird, but it could just be somebody that legitimately wants this item and they found it on eBay. I have had people with zero feedback who have bought things from me that are unique and different, and they pay immediately. They just can't find it somewhere else, and they're not on eBay, and they create an account to buy the item. So don't always be scared of zero feedback. Yes, I know a lot of times it results in non-payment, but not always, guys. So, all right, so this is 7 hours left. It's at $132.50, 27 bids, 41 watchers. I'm going to type this one in because I am curious. I don't know if it's going to pull up anything because it's kind of I just think this one's weird. I think maybe the seller is getting lucky. Those are boots, so that's not really purses. Let's see. Let's put in sandals. Narrow it down a little more. Oh, yeah, I guess it's just they like the logo sandal. $198. This sold for $195. So guys, if you see these vintage Tory Burch with the logo on the, I guess like the thong area of the sandal, grab them because they are selling for big money. All right, see? I bet y'all learned something. I know I did. All right. Pendleton blanket, 33 bids, 55 watchers, 5 hours left. Go over here. We know that the Pendleton clothing does well. I just wanted to show you this because the blankets also do well. So here's a reversible blanket sold for $500, $329. Here's an auction, 7 bids. Looks like they had to relist it. So yeah, big money on these. Again, let's search lowest first just to see what happens. So yeah, I mean, it's again,